Hi, it's Nicole, and today I've got a project featuring the Equinox collection from Traci Reed Designs. This is an older collection, and typically when Traci releases a new collection towards the beginning of the month, there's also a sale on like an older collection on, I think it's Sweet Shop. I will double check and link below. I'm leaving this clip in here at the beginning. This is a complete failure. I don't know. This has to be just 100% user error. I took the pattern papers and made them 4¼ inch squares in Photoshop, printed them, cut them out, cut them in half to make these triangles. I am following a sketch. I'll link it down below. And no matter what I did, they didn't line up. I do have two background options here. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like this wood grain. I think I've mentioned in previous videos. I purchased some like basic wood grain patterns from Echo Park to pair with hybrid products because I can't print 12 by 12 at home. And I feel like wood grain is such a good like basic to pair with printables. So at this point I am leaning towards this wood grain. I think it was just really pretty. I like how the pattern papers kind of looked against it. So I'm gonna start going with my process. Now, I say I don't like triangles and I keep using them recently. I think I like the dynamic look when I see a sketch that has them in it. I don't like my skill set using them. Even with this ruler, which I am slowly figuring out the angles and whatnot, and I'm doing my best, you guys. I'm doing my best to try to get this square centered up. I did make sure when I cropped this, I knew that I was going to rotate it and it was going to be more of a diamond than a square, so I did make sure that my pattern was going to be straight when it was a diamond. This is the point where my triangles don't line up. And I was having a moment. I'm like, what is happening? Why do these not line up? I'm putting them on top of each other. I'm realizing they're not the same size. I'm like, okay, maybe I can trim them down. They're not right. So I'm like, okay, how do I do a workaround? We're going to let software and a machine make these cuts and eliminate the human element. So I made a square in Silhouette Studio, roughly 4¼ I don't get super precise on the size. Take the knife tool, cut it in half to the best of my ability. There could be better ways to do this. This is just me in a stressed out panic trying to find a solution. I'm gonna copy and paste these, make 2 of them, spread them out. You can see I've already got my registration marks on here, so I'm just kind of moving these to make sure that they're gonna fit. Basically, I'm gonna make myself a print and cut. I'm gonna go back to the pattern papers that I had selected and done all that cropping work. And basically, I've done this before and it's so easy, and I wish I would just remember to do this more often. You just drag them and drop them onto your like basic shape and it will fill it. No cropping, no hand cutting. So easy. Like I have to remember to do this more often. So again, at this point I'm like double checking to make sure that I'm picking the same patterns because I really liked the way that those patterns looked together. So I just opened up the 12 by 12 version. I'm going to kind of scoot this window over to the side just to make sure that when I drag and drop it, it doesn't like drop into that list of files. And so easy, so satisfying to watch it like fill the shape as well. Gonna drag it, drop it. You just have to get it close enough to the shape and it will fill it, and then you can like release the button on your mouse. So just kind of scrolling, looking for those patterns that I used. If you've watched me and my projects with Traci Reed this year, you know I love. I mean, I already love B-sides, but her B-sides, they're just good. It's one of those things where like I always open a collection and I think I'm gonna use the fun A-sides, and then I look at the B-sides and I'm like, They're calling me. We're going to use them. So, okay, got my triangles filled. When I do print and cuts, I don't like to print straight from Silhouette. My colors tend to be a little bit off. So I print them as a PDF from Silhouette, save it just on my desktop temporarily. And then my preferred software to print from is Photoshop. It's just software that I've had and used for years. And I've noticed that if I print elements for the same layout on different software, the software in the printer just kind of gets the tones slightly off. So I try to print everything through the same software. My instance is going to be Photoshop. So I'm bringing in that PDF that I made, not touching it at all. I'm going to go straight to print. And then I have some pre-saved settings in my print window. And I have one that I've just saved as Hammermill hybrid print. And basically it's already set up for my personal print preferences for hybrid scrapbooking and hybrid products. So I don't have to sit there and go through all the different options and check boxes every single time. I just know this is what I want. I did have to change something on this one, and I can't remember what it was. No, I didn't. There's me picking my preset. I think it was set up for photos because I was printing photos at the same time. Look at how fast and satisfying that was. Future me needs to remember that if I have to cut triangles, I'm not allowed to cut triangles. My Cameo is allowed to cut triangles. I am not. So that's probably going to end up on a Post-it note, like slapped on my computer monitor so that I remember next time. And apparently I'm just in the season of triangles. So hopefully I'll do it again. I have done the drag and drop trick with like, circles, I want to say. There was something recently where I was like, oh, I can just fill, stars from a couple months ago. I wanted some extra stars from one of Traci's collections, and there was some like basic star shapes, and I realized that I could drag and drop the pattern papers into them and make them a little fancier. And I was like, oh, this is nice. Moving on. I am going to go ahead and do hand stitching on these. There is just something to me that my brain loves pairing hand stitching with hybrid products. They just feel, it's like that homemade type of vibe to me. So I do tend to do hand stitching on most of my projects with printables and hybrid products. I just feel like they go hand in hand personally. So personal preference, personal style. I like to draw a pencil line, freehand my holes, erase the pencil line, and then just do some basic back stitching. I did tone on tone for the triangles and white for like the ledger. And I just have a ton of floss. And I go through and really I do this. I pull stuff out. I'm trying to find the closest match that I possibly can for that tone on tone feel. And I try not to kind of pause the process and have to go to the store to buy more threads. So sometimes I'll have one, like here I had to go to my bag of recent purchases. I didn't have a pink that I loved, and that's okay. Some of them I can get pretty close with the tone on tone. Some of them I will kind of dig a little deeper or go a little lighter, a little darker. It's fine. So got all my hand stitching done. And I'm going to go ahead and put my photos down. I left a little bit of the white edge from the photo paper on these as just a quick photo mat. And again, I am using a sketch. I do deviate a little bit from this one, mostly because I wanted to use a ton of the like floral and leaves from Equinox. My journaling is basically just this one strip. I feel like you're going to have layouts and photos and memories where you have like things that you want to say. And then I feel like sometimes you're going to have layouts where they're really just serving the purpose of like a photo album. And when I feel like I have a layout like that, where I don't really have anything specific to say, I kind of lean back on that more documented photo album approach, and I will just kind of put a line of who it is. So in this case, this is my dad with the grandkids that existed at this time. There have since been a couple more born. Not from me. Let me clarify. Only the two on the bottom are mine. So this was from a couple years ago. And I am just going to kind of fill in, like I started thinking I was going to do like a corner of each of these photos. It kind of gets a little muddled in the middle. It's fine. It's one of those things where when you cut out a bunch of these and you can't make a decision because they're all just really good basics. And then when I start realizing that I can do tone on tone because Traci has given the exact same colors, I don't know how to not do tone on tone sometimes. But again, it goes back to your personal style. I printed out some of these like words and phrases, and I'm just kind of building like almost like a cluster that is the title. So I'm bringing in some more of the like blues and greens that were in the collection. I really liked these little bumblebees, so I printed out some more of those. And then I love these little like hand-drawn wonky hearts. So I'm just going to scatter some of these, put a couple of them flat, pop up some of them with some thin foam adhesive. My favorite is the 1mm from scrapbook.com, and I only ever buy it when it's on sale, and it goes on sale a lot. So a lot of times I will get either like the bundle where you get the different size squares, or I'm pretty sure the strips come in like a 5-pack or a 10-pack. I can't remember, but they go on sale a lot. So I stock up, and then I'll throw like an extra couple items in my cart and can usually hit like free shipping. So that is my completed layout. Kind of simple, but also like some fun details, fun technique trick with the drag and drop of the pattern paper into a shape. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I would love for you to subscribe if you have not done that already. Give me a thumbs up if you liked this. And if you have any questions, check the description box first, and then leave me a comment down below if you can't find an answer, and I'll get right back to you. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.